I am tired. Can you tell? Baby girl is tired today. But you know what? Welcome to Appalachia's homestead. You know when the Lord talks to you and says you need to do this, or you just feel like, he's like, should I do that? Am I being told to do this? Do I need to handle this? What do I need to do? And you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. not today. No, we're gonna be positive vibes. I'm not gonna go here. We're not going down that road today. I'm moving on. And you move on, and you know what? The next day happens. And you do the same thing. And then maybe 2 or 3 days pass. And then by George, you get grabbed by the hair of the head and you go, okay. I'm gonna do this today, Lord. I'm gonna do it. Now, I recognize that I am technically a homesteading channel, but I've told you also that, I've sort of just taken you on my journey. And yesterday I went to the post office, and it's so funny. I went to the post office yesterday and I got some lovely packages from some of you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. And I've got something funny I'm gonna have coming up too. But anyway, this sweet gal sent me a box of seeds and she wrote me the most beautiful handwritten card/letter. And I'm going to show you the item, and it's just fantastic. And she talks about how she was inspired to start her own business, and she thanked me and gave me credit. I was reading it, and I was reading it really fast, and James said, Patara, are you reading this? I said, yes. I said, and I was running around the kitchen, and James said, Patara, she is giving you credit for inspiring her to start her own business. This is like a really major, nice card. You have inspired somebody. And that is a big deal for all of us to recognize that somewhere, somehow, you are encouraging someone, inspiring someone, or are you tearing somebody down? Because at all times, you're doing one of the two, whether you recognize it or not. And we forget that. And whether you mean to encourage or whether you mean to tear down, this is what we're doing to each other all the time. So we have to be aware. So that is what this video is really aiming to do, is to give myself the continual backbone to stay the course, to be a positive force, and to know that you do not have to tolerate nonsense. Yep. I hear right now, oh Lord, here she goes. She's going to start one of them rants. Mama, get in here, put the biscuit down, or bring it on. She's here. Patara's on a roll. Here we go. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say here in the next little bit, but I want to tell you this. I've been convicted, in a sense, to speak my mind on this subject because it keeps popping up in front of me. It keeps presenting itself. And what I'm talking about really is, here's the bottom line. What you tolerate and allow in your life is exactly what you're going to get and continue to get. You are the one that chooses that path. Now, when we talk, I'm not just talking about this in terms of me with Appalachia's homestead and having trolls on my channel. No, I'm actually going much further and deeper. I do have a few trolls. And, people, and sometimes it's just people just pop in that aren't subscribed to my channel or watch me regularly. They don't know my story. And frankly, they have nothing else better to do that day than, I guess, just to sound off something real stupid. And they make some stupid comment. And I recognize that those individuals exist, and I delete and ban them 99% of the time. Now, about a week and a half ago, I let somebody have peace of my mind. Now I'm only human. I love the Lord and I love my children and I try to be positive, but I'm a human being too. And every now and then you just got to pop somebody back in the nose. And I had that moment. So just know that those moments can't exist with me. And I hope you enjoy them when they happen. But for the most part, I'm really good at ignoring really dumb comments or stupid people. And I did say that because it's really just dumb behavior. It's so pre-K. It's just so pre-K. And, I'm not even sure I would even put it in that category because my boys did not behave that immature even in pre-K. You know why? Because if they did, their mama would wear them out when they got home. So I don't know if it's just age that I recognize these things more, but I want to tell you, especially you women, guys too, especially you younger folks, I'm not that old yet, but I've been around the mulberry bush a few times in my life, and I'm going to tell you right now, the more you tolerate in terms of people pushing on you, the more they're going to do it. The more they're going to do it. I am putting myself in mental position since I told that last person what I thought. Well, I mean, he attacked Native American heritage. So I told him what he was. And, you know, whatever. Actually, I think it was a woman. I think it was a woman that's trolled me before about this on my channel. Is actually what I think. I think it is someone that has trolled me about this before, and I actually know who she is. I think that's really, and a couple of other folks have identified that too. So, you know, I gave my mind, and I deleted and banned it, and I said a word I shouldn't have said. But, you know, I had my talk with the Lord, okay? We're past it. But anyway, you're going to recognize that people in your life push on you. Now, women have always done this at the Sunday lunch after church supper. You know, we have these moments. Some men do too, and usually men do because, see, let me tell you why. Let me break it down for you. Most men, especially if they're married, if they're kind of gritty with you, it's because their wife or their girlfriend already is gritty with you. And if they don't be gritty, they're going to get gritty. They're going to be grittied when they leave. That's just a show. That's just a show out. Okay. So do recognize the difference with that. But in most cases, in a lot of trolling or passive aggressive behavior in our lives, it's usually by women. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad. Now, in terms of personal life versus, you know, say a media situation, you're going to have people say silly stuff all the time. Just delete it and move on. I get it. I have had people that say things to me on Appalachia's Homestead, and it's on all media. Don't think that just because you left doo-doo to go to dodo that you're escaping this behavior. This is the mindset of people because, see, we live in a world now where people have lost all boundaries because of social media. I mean, even though atrocities and really bad things happened in history, a lot of times the main source of community still tried to play a game of civility to each other in being polite. Now, you might have a duel over here in the woods, but that's a different story. My point is, those boundaries are gone now. So you have to differentiate in what are you going to tolerate. If you have a personal page, let me tell you something right now. If you have a personal page with 12 friends, 50 friends, 500 friends, the minute you recognize that an individual is henpecking you with passive-aggressive comments, I'm telling you right now, you don't have to be ugly to that person. I'm not telling you to be, okay? But I am telling you, you need to discard that person from your life. Now, I know that's not always so easy said and done. Some people will say, well, that's my mother-in-law, or that's my daughter-in-law, or that's my whoever. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if that's the case, if it's somebody on that level with you, it's time to have a coming to Jesus, because they are literally killing the relationship between you guys and everyone else around you. Now, if it's a friend you went to high school or a friend you went to kindergarten with or something like that, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, unless you all were best of besties and y'all are going to the Cracker Barrel every Friday night to, you know, get wild and eat some, you know, French toast and biscuits and stuff, I think you need to consider the same thing. You know why? Because these people are toxic. They are toxic. Now, I am not talking about, you know, a little bit of joshing and joking. Guys, you are not stupid. You know typically the difference. With people you know that you associate with, you should know the difference in, okay, is Uncle John kidding with me? Or, you know, or is he really just being nasty? I mean, you know, after the first time, how are we really truly being here? You can confront them. I'm not sure what you're going to get, but let me tell you the difference. This is what you really need to know. And this is raw experience. When you finally go, what do you mean by that? You know, I really don't know how to take your comments, neither does my husband. And we're a little bit perplexed by what angle, can you explain to me your angle? Can you explain that to me? Well, if it's innocent, then they're going to explain whatever is, and that's the end of it, and you're going to see real quick that you made an assumption and they mean no harm, no foul. And then you can watch behavior going forth and move on. If they were just kidding around with you and they're not serious, they're going to say, this is what I meant. I hope I didn't come off this way. I sincerely apologize. They will sincerely apologize to you. And you know what? From that moment forward, they won't do it anymore, because they're going to know that they crossed a boundary with you. They did something that they shouldn't have done. They upset you. They disrespected you probably. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people don't see my husband get fired up because he's not a fiery you just will never see it. But when people are ugly to me, absolutely delete, ban, get rid of these people in your life, whether it's just on social media or in real life. But I'm going to tell you what, when you do that to a woman and her husband or her mama knows about it, I'm telling you right now, you've upset them too. They may not tell you, you may not see it, but buddy, I'm telling you, it's true. Now, what you are most commonly going to see, this is textbook. I need to be on the Dr. Phil show with my own encyclopedia. If they're being passive aggressive with you, which let's just assume 9 times out of 10 they are, okay? And you finally, whether it's after the first time they've done it or the 10th time they've done it, when you bow up back at them and you put them back on the spot and you hold them accountable. See, they don't like being held accountable. Know that up front. When you hold them accountable, they're going to be defensive. What are you saying? Guarantee it. And then they're going to flip it on you, because they have to be the victim. We have a victim mentality that is rampant in society. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. I'm not saying you're necessarily lazy, but you play victim. Because see, when you play victim, it allows you to get away with that behavior, which feeds your inner jealousies, evil flows, lack of self-confidence. Because see, those people have to justify what they're doing. See, their mama didn't pull them out on the carpet and do what she needed to do when they behaved that way when they were 4 and 5 years old. So they've probably always done this. You just happen to be their next victim. I'm not telling you to give up on the good people, because folks, the world is really, truly full of so many good people. And when you waste your time mulling around in the mud and the muck with people like this, you're killing precious time that you could be spending to find valuable people, good places, good things that nurture your mind and soul. This is why I get along so well with and choose a lot of times to hang out with much, much, much older generations. Because see, they've already been through all this one way or another. And they know how foolish it is, and they know how silly it is. And first of all, they don't tolerate it. So you don't dish it out, because you want that genuine relationship with that generation and those types of people. And that's what we need to get back to. That's part of our problem in society. It really, really is. So listen, I'm not telling you to be mean to somebody. In fact, I do say you need to pray for these people, even though I get a little bit fired up. And then I have to pray and back off and talk to Miss Lou and talk to James and talk to my mama. I do pray for these people because they need it. That really is fundamental what they need. And I pray for myself to get over myself and move on with my life. But if you're on social media, and I'm going to tell you this right now, if I get any comments, questions, or weird things, Folks, I'm telling you right now, I don't entertain you. I'm sorry. I know some people live off of that, and I'm letting you know I'm going to be a boring prey for you, because I got too much to do. And you folks out there, you got so much work to do. You've got so much to be busy for. You don't have time for it either. So I said what I said. I did what I was told to do. I got to get busy getting these seeds going. Oh my gosh. We've got a lot of work going on at the house. That's why I'm up here on the driveway. We've got men finally working on our basement. We're tearing out our entire basement. It's taken a year to get there, but we're doing it. So my house is kind of in chaos for a couple more weeks. And that's just the way life is. You just have to learn to lasso it up and deal with it. Guys, I hope this helps you. Ladies, homesteading women, stay strong out there. And by the way, if candy apple red is your color, you do it. See you on the next video.